Thank you, Jesus. Okay. So, hey everybody, it's been a minute. And just with oh my gosh, she's holding to the cord. Just with giving birth and oh baby. It's okay. I have you right here. There you go. Um, so yes, it's been a lot. I have my lovely daughter here. You're not gonna be able to see her quite yet because it's just not that time, but it is story time to talk about how she came to be. So, proof of life. I'm just going to show her little feet. Wow, there you go. Sorry. Sorry. She's here with me. Oh my God. That was so ridiculous. Oh, and you still want to eat? Oh my goodness. Okay, she still wants to eat. So, and that's why she has to be kind of covered because okay, there you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. There we go. Okay. She's eating. She should be happy. Oh, come on. Come on, Kay. Okay. Woo, child. All right. She got breast milk in the mouth. So we should be good for a few minutes until we're not. Okay. All right. So this is Coco with Africa Pop Health and Fitness, where we talk about getting pregnant in your 30s and just how to have a healthy pregnancy. We review other um, moms' experiences with trying to get pregnant and living their life after having the baby, and that's where I'm at. So I'm going to talk about my delivery story. And because everything's kind of happening in real time, I'm going to talk about um, what I wish I brought, what I would have thought about in a separate video. But this video is about um, delivering. Oh my gosh, this girl will eat and then just sleep on the boob. Okay, delivering baby girl. Okay, so if she was a scheduled C-section, and the reason being is because with my first pregnancy with my son KJ in 2016, it was emergency C-section. They did a classical cut, which is up and down. And since then, my maternal fetal specialist did not want to risk uterine rupture. So she was not going to have me go past 37 weeks. So we did not. I went in at 36 weeks, 6 days, 2 days after my 40th birthday on April 6th for the scheduled C-section at 10 o'clock. Got in, checked in, changed into a gown. They started putting the heart monitor on baby girl. They put the IVs in me, like really further down my arm. You can kind of see the puncture marks are still there. The IVs hurt. It hurt way more than I thought. And I guess they had to have a big needle for like if I needed blood transfusion, and then a smaller needle for like fluids and other stuff, whatever they do. And then the nurse came in. She just spoke to me about the baby and what's going to be going on, that she was going to be the baby's nurse. And there's going to be another nurse for me. There's going to be an anesthesiologist or a nurse anesthetist. I always say that wrong. Please correct me in the comments. Um, and the doctor, I think a surgical technician, and then also a doctor's assistant to help stitch me up. And so, and because my scheduled my scheduled C-section was at noon. So a little afternoon, they wheeled me. I was in the pre-op. They wheeled me into OR, and then it was someone from the anesthesia team. I'm thinking that they had a new person because it took way longer, maybe not way longer, maybe 3 to 5 minutes. I don't know, it seemed forever for my legs to go warm and then go numb than it did before. They first put the numbing needle, which is not that bad. It really kind of feels like a bee sting. And then they say, push your back out and relax your shoulders, which is not really relaxing. Like kind of like you're holding a beach ball. But the hardest part was to stay in a position because then your shoulders get weak And then with the nurse that was on me, I was like, can I lean on you? And she allowed me. But I felt pressure. Like I knew I felt a needle in my vertebrae. It didn't feel bad or anything. I think they were trying to find the correct spot for the spinal tap or whatever, which is interesting because they don't give you epidural. Epidural is kind of like long term, and then what medicine can use for however long. But then that makes sense. It's for medication to numb you for a long process, whereas in the spinal tap, to my knowledge, is for because C-sections really shouldn't be longer than an hour or so, just enough um, anesthesia to numb you for that duration, and then you're soon afterward will be off of that. So that's what happened. Um, okay, and then yeah, eventually my legs go numb, and then I feel the pulling of baby girl. So when I say pulling, is I can feel stuff all the way up until my belly button. I can feel up until my belly button and below, but I don't feel sharpness. I just feel tugging. So when they do the cut, because they put the needle, and then that's when they bring my husband in. The sheet is above because we're doing a gentle C-section, and they pull. Well, first they cut because they have to cut through the 3 layers: the skin, 2 layers of skin, and I think a muscle layer. I wasn't trying to find all the details. And then they cut the uterus, like they lightly nick the uterus until the water gushes out, and then they pull the baby out. Um, and again, because I work out, like the doctor saying, "My goodness, you have strong muscles." Mind you, this is my 4th abdominal surgery. I've had 3 C-sections, and a myomectomy where they went through the C-section to cut out the fibroids. So I think there's a lot of scar tissue, and also I do work out. I do have strong ab muscles. So she had to have different instruments or use different instruments to cut through the muscle. Hey, I don't know if that's a good thing. I don't know if that's a bad thing, but eventually, and the funny thing is, I felt her like kicking me. But she's like, "What? Don't get me out of here. I'm not ready to leave." Up until they pulled her out, because when they pulled her, it's like a whoosh feeling. And then they cleaned her up. We heard the cry. I cried a little bit because this is, to me, the end of the pregnancy journey, getting pregnant journey. And they had my husband over while they weigh her, immunization, whatever. And then what happened with her? And then they laid her on my chest, but she really didn't suckle. They laid her. It was in a weird position. I really couldn't touch her because my arms are strapped, you know. And then they were sewing me up, and while they're sewing me up, I think like some blood splashed up because I saw some blood on the screen. It looked like a horror movie, to be honest. But again, it was a gentle C-section. She was on me. They weighed her. They called at the time she was born. All that good stuff. And then it took them longer to sew me up than it did to take her out. And my husband picked over, and he's like, there was blood, and anywho. And then, when they were finished and they had to lift me to the other car, I looked down. I should have not looked on that place. It wasn't like a massacre, but I did see like bloody towels, and I did see like a big canister with my fluids and something whirling. I should have just closed my eyes and been like, oh, I'm gonna have my baby. So they took me back to the pre-op room, which is like the post-recovery room, while they're waiting to get the the postpartum room ready, or mommy and baby room, or whatever they call it, ready. And uh, her temperature was low and her blood sugar was low. So I couldn't even really do skin to skin because both were low. They had to prick her feet, poor baby, and give her, had me express so that she can get some colostrum. And also, they gave like a glucose gel to get her blood sugar up. And with her temperature being low, she was underneath the warmer until her temperature got at least to 97.9 or 9.8. And that was stressful because that was like 2 hours. And last time with Kai, because we went to the same hospitals, same doctor, delivered Kai, delivered baby girl. Um, it was like maybe 20 minutes and boom, like I was already in my room. But for it just took a little bit longer, and I don't know, things were going on in the hospital. I don't know what was going on, but eventually we got into a room, and the first night wasn't too bad, but yeah. Oh, the blood sugar. She passed the blood sugar test. So once it shows to be low, they want to do 3 tests and then they won't test no more if it's after a considerable sugar. So they did that, and she passed. But the problem is, and they want you to feed every 2 to 3 hours. This girl did not want to wake up to feed at all. She did not want to wake up to feed. And then me and the nurse, we had to do everything. It's like tap on her feet, use the cold baby wipes, and this baby wanted to sleep. But eventually, with the nurse's help, was able to wake her up, get her some colostrum, and so when milk came in for that's day one, colostrum. Day two, um, blood sugar not an issue, but she was still running a little cold, and then her bilirubin was high, meaning that she could have jaundice. But they did the skin test, and then they did the blood test, but the bilirubin would always be somewhat normal for the blood test, but just not for the skin test. And then they talked about me having O positive blood type and her having the different blood type, that my blood type might attack her blood type, which would make it where that jaundice might be more of occurrence. It's just strange stuff sometimes. So that was going on, worried about if she had jaundice, but officially she did not. And then and then my son slept with us the first night. Will never happen again. He was just like, I don't want to be here. I want to leave. He was happy to see baby sister, but that was a mess. And the family came, and it was just ooh, and I really didn't get that much sleep. And then day two, Friday. Well, Friday's taking Thursday to Friday is a full day, but I think I'll call it Friday day two. Day two, or really full day one, the pain hit. Oh my goodness. So I was about to be able to sleep somewhat, but then like maybe 2, 3 in the morning, that pain hit. And then I was calling for the nurse. Then I had to wake up this baby to eat because we have to help the temperature. And then it was just, and then even myself, like, I physically, not with sleep deprivation, but with my body, my legs started to get swollen. It hurt in this incision area. It was like a pain that I have not felt before. And then and then she failed the hearing test the first time, but she passed the second time. She passed the driving test because she was weighing 6 pounds, 9 ounces, which is still on the smaller side, even though I technically gave birth 3 weeks earlier than what I'm deemed I was supposed to. But oh my goodness. Saturday was a no, Saturday was still hard. I'm about to say that Saturday was easy, but it's still hard. Sunday, I was over being in the hospital. It was a great experience. I love the nurses that I had. I love watching them to give her a bath and all of that. But I was ready to go by Sunday, and that's when we left. I forgot the day. Gave birth on the 6th. Oh, and that was Easter Sunday. Whatever day that was. Really, days and nights are blurred. I believe today is Monday. Who knows what today is? It's just all a blur. I'm going to be off for 3 months with her. Oh, but That was my delivery experience. I'm going to talk about what to put in your hospital bag and all that good stuff in a future video, probably later this week, and just 24 hours in a day of a newborn. Oh, she is knocked out. She's been cluster feeding since since like midnight today. It has been crazy. This girl has been on the nipple hard, but yeah, all in all, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Once my husband gives okay, may post some pictures, but Lord, I know how he is about that. But eventually you'll see her because y'all see Kai, and Kai is up and about. But I'm so happy for my baby girl. Ooh, we'll put you in your pack and play, girl. She's gaining weight. She looks good. She had a great doctor's appointment. And we are blessed. We are really blessed. This is what life's about. So that's it. That's my delivery story in hospital stay. Recovering from my C-section. My stomach is like black and brown. It feels really, I have my postpartum appointment, my first blah, 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 my first postpartum appointment tomorrow. So I am looking forward to her looking at my incision and just looking at me, period, looking at my swollen um, calzone feet and my non-ankle. My feet has just fused with my leg and just letting me know what is the deal. Because the factory is closed. This is the worst that I have felt of all my, postpartum of all my pregnancies. This is just a lot. All right. Well, thank you for coming into the stream, and you'll be seeing a lot more of me. I did film pregnancy workout videos. God help me to get that edited and out to y'all, but eventually it will come in time. Well, this is Coco with Africa Pop Health, Africa Pop Mommy Health and Fitness, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.